mad at me because I've been gone for so long, but that ain't my fault. Stuff happens. I'm trying to make it work. Ooh. All right. The app is mad. The app is really mad because I ain't never seen my views like this before. I have never been this stifled. I've never been shut down. But I know I know whose pages are doing well. They doing real well. When it come to us, good morning, Juliet. Good morning. Hello in YouTube land. Hey, Rena. Hey, Risa. Good morning, you guys. If y'all could pump up the hearts and please go to my video and like, comment, and share. The reason I say that is because once my video's on the FYP, everybody can find me on live and everybody can get their information. Hey, Hershey. Good morning, Daisy. Good morning. My voice is still shot, y'all. It took me, I've been up since 6 a.m. trying to get this video up. I've got to find another way to get these videos moving. I may have to start recording them and putting them actually on my computer and doing it that way because this app is like pissing me off. I'm good. I am good. I'm great. I'm good. I'm good. I'm great. I had a great time in Washington. I'm editing videos now. Hi, I'm editing videos now to make sure that everything is up and running. Because I do want y'all to get the information I got from being in Washington D.C. and I actually was picked by the Congressional Black Caucus PAC to actually interview some of our representatives. I didn't go visit the Congress. I actually went and talked to Congress. I went and interviewed Congress. Bitch, I had to get a little pass and everything. And there's too many goddamn steps at the U.S. Capitol, y'all. I wore heels. And when y'all see those videos, don't you talk about my stomach, okay? The food they had wasn't fooding, okay? And a bitch could not go. I was struggling for my life, okay? I finally came home and released, all right? I hate traveling because sometimes my body won't let me go. So a girl got a pouch. I look a little pregnant in these videos. Don't judge me. Okay, Sassy, this is not the time. This is not. Oh my God. Can y'all please pump the hearts? If you haven't seen my video, please go like my video. Remember, there are no gifts. Just go like, comment, and share my video. That's it. She being spoiled right now. I've been gone for a minute. Everybody wants my goddamn attention. Everybody. All right, we are up and running. Now, this recap is from the last 2 days. That's Wednesday and Thursday, all right? So we're going to jump this whole off with India and Pakistan. If you have not seen India and Pakistan, you ain't been alive, okay? India and Pakistan has set shit off. It is so stressful to watch it happen. And I've watched a couple of Indian and Pakistani content creators explain the issue. And one who was both Pakistani and Indian made it very clear that this is like an Israel versus Gaza situation. This is what it's like. It's like an Israel versus Gaza situation. Okay? India is bigger than Pakistan. Now, when Great Britain decided to give India and Pakistan away to their people, they divided it up. India one place, Pakistan another. But there's also Kashmir. And Kashmir is like a small little hook. But they both want that territory. They both want that territory. So what happened in Kashmir? Y'all remember when J.D. Vance went and visited Kashmir? And then after that happened, that hotel got pop, pop, pop. And like 20-something people lost their lives. Yeah. India is blaming Pakistan for that. They're blaming Pakistan. So now that they're blaming Pakistan, they decided to pop off on Pakistan. And they dropped BOMBs saying that they were hitting militant terrorist spots in Pakistan. So now Pakistan saying that we will not step back. If we have to, we will drop the BOMBs on them. So right now they're doing this over one piece of territory. Now, Pakistan said it was not them. They made it very clear we had nothing to do with that attack in Kashmir. That was not us. You think the British started that? They started that when they created the border. Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like they should have just drove that bitch all the way down, but they left that hook right there. They left that hook right there for them to fight over. But yeah, and Trump is not getting in the middle of it. He said it's sad, but he has enough to worry about with Russia and Ukraine and Israel and Gaza. He's got enough. So we don't know who's going to step in the middle to try to like mediate them. But I don't think there's going to be no mediation. This has been years of coming. This is not the first all out pop that Pakistan and India has gone through. Remember, Pakistan is Hindu. I mean, not Hindu. Pakistan is Muslim. India is Hindu. So they're going to constantly do like this. Constantly do like this. I hope it doesn't get to the point where everybody starts losing their life. And I hope they can come to like a ceasefire. Hopefully, we don't know if that shit gonna happen, but hopefully we get a ceasefire. I don't see it happening because they both are hot. They had opened the border between Pakistan and India, and their soldiers started doing like little marches and shit. They was going off with each other. Don't both of those? Yes, they do. They do have the nukes. Both of those countries do carry nukes. They both carry nukes. I'm gonna let that sink in. Just keep that shit over there. Keep it over there. That's all I ask. Speaking of BOMBs, Israel popped off on Yemen. Yep. Israel popped off on Yemen. They BOMB'd Yemen's international airport. For what? I don't know why, but the Houthis reported on it. And they're not letting up anytime soon. You already know that aid is not going into Gaza. And also, Israel has decided that they're going to take over the West Bank. So they're evicting Palestinians out of their homes right now in the West Bank. They're taking that bad boy back. Everything that Biden had worked for to try to get a two-state solution is being demolished under Frumpy. You ain't heard Frumpy say shit. He asking for Russia and Ukraine to chill out. He ain't saying shit about Izzy. He's not saying a damn thing. He's letting Israel do whatever they want right now. Whatever they want. Oh, yeah, I know that. Let them do whatever they want. And my thing is, without aid, I seen Basan's video. She said they're going from 2 meals a day to 1 meal a day. They're running out of food. There are burn victims that are not getting the medication. They're children with burns all over their body. I didn't post those pictures because I did not want the video to get taken down. But there are children with burns all over their bodies that cannot get the medication they need. So they're healing in pain, basically. They're healing in pain. And if them doors do not open soon, there's going to be a problem. The MP in Britain, I cannot remember his name, but the MP in Britain went on record saying that he regrets supporting Israel. He regrets supporting Israel because just like Israel's children deserves to live, so does Palestinian children as well. Now, I think Britain is starting to turn around because they also condemned the United States. Britain is starting to turn around. And once Britain turns around, Canada, I think, has already turned around. All Israel's going to have is the United States and Hungary. That's it. That's it. So I hope and pray that somebody does something just so you can get aid into Gaza because those kids need it. They need food. They need medication. They need help. Okay, now we're moving on because I hear everybody keep asking me about other people. Now, y'all all know Pierce Morgan and Mark Lamont went head to head yesterday. I'm not mad at Mark Lamont. Mark Lamont said what he said. Do not let a white woman call that word on while I'm on here. Do not allow that to happen. Don't allow her to say the N word in front of me because that ain't gonna hurt nobody but me. And he was right. And this woman is a trad wife influencer, and she does believe she is a racy. Okay, she is a racy. She said it out loud. She also said that, oh girl, that's being attacked, that managed to raise $700,000 for calling a child with autism the N-word, is being attacked. And they're threatening to take her child away. And they're threatening to to arrest her. And you know what? Fine. Let her get arrested. She accosted a child. An autistic child at that doesn't really know what's going on. That is a baby. And we have managed to raise 340K for him and his family. So amen to that. We've managed to get 340K for his family for protection, because now people are they're actively seeking out that family. Not only are they seeking out that family, they're seeking out the pastor that brought this to the forefront. They are threatening that pastor now. They're threatening that pastor. You don't, hey, true fashion. You don't have to do that no more. You don't have to do that no more, sweetheart. Stop sharing, please, because they're gonna think you're a bot. Please stop sharing. They're gonna think you're a bot. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. On top of that, there's a girl on here named they're gonna think you're a bot if you keep doing that. Now, the girl that is battling this, her name is Shamina. I hope I said that right. But she's computer engineering. This girl then went and found out. She broke the code down, the HTML code for the fund that white lady, I don't even want to say her name, that YT lady is getting her money from. She found the bank. Okay? She found the bank where it's from. And the banks do have policies of not supporting racist ideology. Kendria, thank you. She found the banks. And now that she's finding that bank, she's tracking it. She is tracking the banks. They've moved from one bank to another bank. So she's going to make sure that woman doesn't receive any of that money. And if y'all actually find her, and she'll give you information on how to report to the FDA, report her ass. Make sure she don't see none of that 700K. Make sure she don't see none of that money. She don't deserve a lick of it. Honestly, I feel like people like that should sit in fear. Sit in fear. And I'm going to say this, and I know people may not like it, but it's time for us to stop turning the other cheek and stop putting them on camera. Stop putting them on camera. We in Trump era. The camera ain't going to do shit, really. Okay? Stop putting them on camera. Because what's done off camera is going to live with them for the rest of their life. What's done off camera is going to live with them for the rest of their life. I'm just saying, they feel protected because Trump is in office. They feel protected because Trump is in office. They feel like they can say what they want to say now. They feel protected. So let's make them feel unprotected. Hey, it be like that sometimes. Sometimes you got to put the fear of God in people. Sometimes you got to put the fear in God in people to make them know that this is not a game. They're doing this because they feel like their freedom of speech is also part of hate speech. Hate speech and freedom of speech is not the same thing. And there are consequences to hate speech. One, you may get sued. You may be put on the internet, or you may get your dome rocked. I'm just saying, it could be either one. Because, baby, that couldn't have been my child. Her head would have been between the swing set and the playground set. That's just me. I would have had my bail money ready. Baby, that word is triggering. And if you feel comfortable saying that, then my actions will proceed as triggered. That's all I'm saying. That is all I am saying. So, speaking of that, Representative Brian Daniels, y'all know who Brian Daniels, all skin folk ain't kin folk. He's saying that, they're not messing with the Constitution when it comes to not giving due process to migrants that are being deported without standing in front of a judge. Let me make sure they're very clear. The Constitution does not say the U.S. citizens are the only ones that are allowed to get due process. It says people, person. There is no specific thing. Person, people. It does not say U.S. citizen. Anybody that is on this soil, anybody that's on U.S. soil deserves to have the right to due process. Standing in front of a judge, presenting their case, and then being found guilty or innocent. That is how the land of the law works. That is how our Constitution is written. If you think otherwise, you're just... Okay, and I think if you should be deported without due process. Because if you don't belong in this country. You want to know why? Because this country is basically international. We're the biggest diverse country in the world. This country is built on diversity, whether you want to realize it or not. The country was built on diversity. It was built so people could come here escaping religion, harm from their children. This is supposed to be a place that is welcoming for anybody and everybody. It was founded on freedom. Now, it may not have been free for us because we were the only race in this country that didn't come here freely, okay? We were sent here, we were brought here. But on the basis, this country is based off of freedom and religion. Freedom of all of that, baby. People came here to survive, to start over. So if you're one of those people that feel like migrants do not deserve due process, you need to get the hell out the country. You need to get out the country. Just go. It's not for you. Go back to your land. Go back to where you came from. Because most of the time y'all are this, and this is not y'all country. Y'all ancestors are in Europe, Scotland, where all those other ones are. Go there. Because we ain't got time for that. I said it. I meant it. I don't care. Speaking of migrants, Rwanda confirms that they are in the U.S. They're talking with the U.S. to accept deported migrants. They are actively in conversation with the U.S. to accept migrants. Libya was, but a judge said that it would be unlawful and it would violate a court order if he tried to send migrants to Libya. I hope the shit happens in Rwanda as well. Libya's off the charts. There's no longer any conversation about that because the judge has already ruled. Thank you to ALCU. They've already ruled that they're not going there. But Rwanda is now in talks. I hope that the courts stop this as well. Because at least if you want to deport them, send them to their country. Send them back to where they came from. Or send them to a place that is not in the middle of a war or a G-side. Rwanda is actively up in some shit with the U.S. Congo. Actively. And the U.S. is stepping in the middle because they want to broker peace for the minerals in Congo. They want to broker peace for the minerals in Congo. You want to know why the U.S. is trying to get their asses in Africa? Because China, North Korea, and Russia are in that bitch heavy. Heavy. The president of Burkina Faso, guess where he was this weekend or yesterday? That man was in Russia, shaking hands with Putin. Shaking hands with Putin as Putin celebrated Victory Day of World War II ending, with China's president sitting right next to him. Okay? They're not playing. They're not playing. On top of that, let's make this very clear. General Langley, a black man, is the person they sent over to get rid of Burkina Faso's president. Now, General Langley is also trying to come after Eritreans. I think it's Eritreans or Ethiopians. One of their presidents. Let me make sure I have that right, because I want to make sure, because he's pissed off. That president is mad. He made it very clear. He made it very clear that he don't want shit from the U.S. He don't want shit from the U.S. I want to make sure I have the right one, the correct one. President Issa I cannot say these names, y'all. I cannot say these names, and I don't want to mess up these names at all. I don't want to fuck up the names. I'm sorry. I can't read some African names just like some Africans cannot read my name. And you don't need to know what my name is, but I'm just saying. But basically, General Langley is after another head of a country. It's either Eritrean, Ethiopian. It's Ethiopian. Yeah. He said that he didn't want, U.S. basically wanted to give them food. And he said, we don't want your food. We don't need your food. We want our people to be able to grow our own food, so we don't have to depend on the West Coast anymore. So we don't have to deal with the Western colonies. They are pissed off. And now they're trying to make it seem like he's like the president of Burkina Faso. He's trying to take over. He's trying to be a dictator, which is a lie. The one thing I have learned by reading and understanding how it works in Africa, the U.S. does not want Africa to be on their own. They don't want it to happen. They want them to depend on the Western world so they never progress. They can keep taking from the country. And now these countries are waking up. They're waking up. And they're saying, we no longer want your shit. We can do it on our own. Which I don't know why it's taking this long for them to figure that shit out. Do y'all know the Congo, the DR Republic, can literally provide sustainable electricity to the whole continent of Africa on their own with their resources? They don't need nobody. They don't need nobody. But the U.S. is hell bent on getting their ass in that country because Russia is giving access to things that they need. China is giving access to the Namibia. Namibia just made a deal with China. Namibia just made a deal with China for education, to provide education. They're not making deals with us no more. And I'm sorry, but that's a smart move because they see the rise in China. Plus, BRICS is about to come around. And as soon as BRICS is activated, Africa is going to have more power than what the U.S. has. That's just what it is. Sorry, I went on a rant, but I just covered a lot of shit at one point. Y'all, I've been on energy drinks all morning. If you want to find this information, it is in my video, okay? The video is up. Please make sure y'all go comment, like, and share that bad boy. Senator Rand Paul, and y'all know who Rand Paul is. He is actually a Republican. He says him and his fellow Republicans are not happy about the $5 trillion debt increase. That big, beautiful bill that Trump is trying to pass through the House and the Senate, they're not happy about it. They're not happy about Social Security being cut. They're not happy about the Doge going in and taking shit. They're not happy. So Republicans are starting to bump heads. They're starting to bump heads. Okay, so Senator Rand Paul slammed his fellow Republicans over plans to increase the debt ceiling by $5 trillion. Paul joined Maria Bartiromo, I can't remember her name, on Thursday morning and accused conservatives of falling all over themselves to increase the debt ceiling for seeking federal, while also trying to seek federal spending cuts. He said, I support cutting as much spending as we could. I will even accept compromise on how much spending cuts we can get. I am not voting to add $5 trillion to the deficit or the debt ceiling. Conservatives have never voted for that now. And now the conservatives are lining up and falling all over themselves to vote for the largest debt ceiling increase in all history because they're trying to seek favor. They're trying to seek favor of Trump. You give Trump what you want, you get a higher move in government. Your state gets what they need. That's just it. He said in April, Paul introduced an amendment to budget the resolution that would offer $500 billion debt ceiling increase that would require a vote on Congress on 3 months. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. So yeah, they're backing out. A lot of Republicans are kind of in the middle. Now, I'm gonna say this, and it's been said by lawyers. Lawyers are stating that the best way to get favor with Trump is to buy his Bitcoin. The best way to get favor with Trump is to purchase his Bitcoin. If you're under any kind of legal trouble, if you about to go to jail, whatever it is, if you buy his Bitcoin, you're good. Hell, trucking companies are purchasing almost $20 million worth of his Bitcoin so they can get tariffs lifted, so they can get their trucks moving again. Speaking of that, Seattle and Los Angeles are now seeing a decrease in shipments coming from China. And let me make something very clear. China gives us most of the shit that we need. Even though Trump has brokered a deal with the United Kingdom, he's brokered a deal with the United Kingdom on the tariffs. We don't know what the deal looks like. He says it's very good for both sides, but we know how that shit goes. We already know how that shit goes. It's good for both sides. I am ready to see what these tariffs look like and the agreement he actually agreed to. I want to see it. He ain't said shit about it. It has not come out, but I'm curious to see what it actually looks like. That is extortion. It is extortion, but come on, y'all. Look who's in office. Y'all talking about this extortion. Sassy, you're asleep, mama. You're 10 pounds. You've got to get off of me. I love you. Don't give me a hug. Love, love, love. Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. You're killing my legs. I can't. Bribery, extortion, however you want to call it, is going down the pipeline. And y'all act like this man is not running that shit through. That's why he's in office. That is not complete. That's because I think something is up. Like he lied about saying he was talking to China. China said, we ain't heard shit. And we not having conversations. And let me make this very clear. The Republicans do not feel like there should be any concessions on these tariffs. There are tariffs on baby products. Right now, if the shelves go clean right now, let's just talk about car seats. Do you not know China produces 9 out of 10% of car seats? 9 out of 10 car seats are made in China. That means the price is going to go up. That means something that is actually by law to get. You must have a car seat for your children and a stroller. By law. That is going to cost people way more money, which it shouldn't. It should not cost that much for a child to be able to be put in a car seat. It should not cost that much, but it's about to. It is about to. And that is sad. Baby products should not be charged. But as the tariffs are in place right now, everything that's coming from China is basically nothing. They're sending empty containers. They're sending empty containers. They're sending containers. They're just empty. That's some petty shit. That is some petty shit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, here's the fucked up. Oh, my God. You can't... I hope y'all got y'all shit. That's all I got to say. Because I don't know if these tariffs are going to be lifted anytime soon. I just hope that we are prepared for the end of the summer when things are starting to go out. Okay? Things are going to start diminishing in the end of summer. That's when we're going to start seeing the hit. And I hope everybody's prepared for that hit. I really hope. We got a new pope. Y'all know about the new pope. We got a new pope. Frumpy's not happy about the new pope. Because it is said that the Vatican will never let an American pope sit on that seat unless America was in a decline when it came to them ruling. So that means that America is a little bit in decline. We're declining. So Pope Leo the 14th, born in Chicago. Come to find out, this man is Haitian, Creole, and Italian. So he's one of us. One of us. Yeah, somebody went digging. Somebody went digging and found out. Found out that shit. Not, I'm being sarcastic, but yeah, he's one of us. When you get to the root of it, he's one of us. I love it. And he does not fuck with Trump or J.D. Vance. And I'm going to say this for God's sake. Please keep J.D. Vance away from this Pope. Please keep. J.D. Vance has the worst luck ever. Please keep him away. He has a tan. He does. He does have a tan. And Frumpy said that they've already had conversations with the Vatican about speaking to him. I don't know how true that is. But let's just say he is a progressive. He is a progressive. He believes that people should have fair lives, fair wages, treated fairly. Migrants should be able to seek asylum. Yeah, he's that. He is definitely that. It is what it is. But he's like Pope Francis. He may be a little bit further out than Pope Francis as well. So I'm curious to see how he's going to handle Trump. I'm very curious to see that shit. Remember, y'all, no gifts. No gifts. If you want to gift me, go to my page, comment, like, and share. That's all I ask. The FEMA director has been fired. You heard me. The director of FEMA has been fired and replaced. So he's been in there for 4 decades. 4 decades. 4 decades. He's a former Navy SEAL. And his testimony to Congress was not on track of what Trump wanted him to say. So he got outed. He was fired right after he told the truth. Okay? He says, I do not believe it is in the best interest of the American people to eliminate the Federal Emergency Management Agency. He said President Trump has suggested that individual states, not the federal government, should take the lead on hurricanes, tornadoes, and other crises. He has been sharply critical of FEMA's performance, particularly in North Carolina after Hurricane Helene. They got no help. And that's because everything got shut down. Hell, even Sarah Huckabee asked Frumpy for help after they got so hit with how many tornadoes or hurricanes, and Frumpy said no. And that's your people. Sarah Huckabee has always been on his side. She was in his damn White House, and he told her no help. Figure it out yourself. So they fired him, and they replaced him with a guy who doesn't have any experience. What is his name that they replaced him with? Cameron Helton was replaced by with David Richardson, a former Marine Corps officer who served in Afghanistan, Iraq, and Africa, will run FEMA for the time being. He does not appear to have any experience in managing natural disasters. He currently serves as the Department of Homeland Security Assistant Secretary for countering weapons and mass destruction. One plus one equals 2. You put somebody in charge of helping people with a person that does weapons and mass destruction. Those two don't even, they don't go together. They don't go together at all. But hey, this is what they voted for. This is what they voted for. Now, I hope that he handles the situation better, but I'm not putting it past him. We all know anybody that comes from Trump's area is a sycophant, and they will make sure that they do exactly what Trump says to do, because if they don't, he will definitely be put out. Y'all already know that. Okay, so y'all know Trump put somebody up to be the district attorney for Washington. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me make sure. That is wrong. That is wrong. So Casey, oh my God, hold on, y'all. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm trying to keep my energy up, but I'm exhausted. So the U.S. Surgeon General that Frumpy wanted to put in place, she didn't even complete her license. She didn't complete her license. Casey means MD. Only recently started going to her middle name Casey. She moved to Oregon to complete her residency, but decided to drop out the final year. No, she does not have an active medical license. So you're trying to make the U.S. Surgeon General a person that does not have an active license? That's like RFK Jr. That's like Laura McMahon. Like, it's not adding up. None of these people are qualified to be in these places. None of them. The whole administration is a freaking joke. It's a joke. It is a joke. How you going? But when you're a loyalist, that is a DEI hire. It is definitely a DEI hire. She's definitely a DEI hire. Okay. There's no getting away around. There's no moving around that. That is what it is. Okay. No lies told. That is what it is. But that's okay. He replaced her with the Fox host, a Fox News host. My head hurts. My head hurts. I'm tired. I'm tired, Grandpa. I know that's too damn bad. But yeah. Fox News host has replaced her. That's two Fox News hosts now that are part of Trump's administration. There's two. So Jeannie Pirro is now going to be the U.S. attorney for D.C. I'm sorry, she's the U.S. attorney for D.C. after he pulled out the other guy. Now, oh my God, why do we keep getting stupid people? She is a lawyer. She is a lawyer. Jeanine Pirro is a lawyer. Okay, I'm going to say this. But she's a sycophant. She is a sycophant. She's a Fox News host. She is a part of Truth Social. She believed that Trump won the 2020 election. So she's definitely going to be biased. In 2019, she was suspended by Fox News after she questioned the loyalty of the Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar in the U.S. Constitution, citing her Muslim faith. The lady what the fuck? Sometimes I just have to sit here with myself and realize we're an embarrassment to the world. I realize that we are an embarrassment to the whole world. It is so sad to sit here and listen to this shit. We are an embarrassment. That's how it goes. It is what it is. We lost another fighter jet. Another fighter jet. We lost two already. That's worth $70 million. Another fighter jet we lost at sea. It tried to land on the ship and it fell off. So we're wasting taxpayers' money. Yeah. We're wasting taxpayers' money. Great. Yep. Kyle Rittenhouse said Carmelo Anthony should be in prison for life. Kyle, you should never speak for any black person, especially with you walking down the street with a rifle in your hand, an AR in your hand. You should never say anything about that, bruh. I'm going to need you to hush. I'm going to need you to keep it cute and keep it quiet. Okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene goes off on Trump. Now, I'm going to tell you right now. She went off on Trump. And y'all know Marjorie sometimes goes off the handle. She told Frumpy, don't forget it's America first. Okay? Do not forget it's America first. And what she is saying that the people at the Republican rallies are like, we don't want to pay for this. We can't even find Ukraine on the map. This isn't affecting our lives. We've got bigger problems. I haven't seen a Houthi or a Houthi or whoever you say it. I don't know what one looks like. They aren't at Walmart. They're not at Waffle House. So they're mad about giving Ukraine money, but they're not mad about giving Israel money. They're mad at Ukraine giving money, but they're not mad at giving Israel money. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. I don't get that. But this is how loyalty works. This is how loyalty works. Trump is also selling access to his memecoin holders, many of which are likely to be foreign. So foreign investors in Trump's memecoin are to meet Trump, to meet the president for an exclusive meet and greet, echoing concerns from the congressional Democrats about the ethics of marketing the coin with the promise of presidential access to foreign people. I'm going to say this. This would have never happened if Kamala was in office. This would have never happened if Kamala was in office. You get access for buying a meme coin. That's why I said, if you buy that meme coin, you're going to have full autonomy with this man. You're going to have full autonomy with this man. This would they're buying him. I keep saying it reminds me of Santa Claus 3, where you had to pay to go to the North Pole to see Santa, to get a gift. Parents had to pay. You're not supposed to pay for Santa Claus. Santa Claus is supposed to be free. And he's untouchable. No one knows what he looks like. Shoot. I'm okay. I'm okay, but this has to be illegal. It has to be illegal. Your son is giving $500,000 executive branch cards out to get access to the president, and now the meme coin? Do y'all see this man is profiting off the presidency? And all the right can say, oh, he's giving off his salary. $400K versus being a billionaire? It's not adding up. It's not adding up. It's not adding up. The Pentagon has given anybody that is trans in the armed forces till June 6th to voluntarily leave. Y'all have till June 6th to get the hell out. I don't know what's going to happen after, but whoever did not voluntarily leave and voluntarily to be discharged, y'all have till June 6th to get out. Now I'm going to say this. With trans people being dismissed from the armed service, they're going to leave a lot of openings, a lot of spaces open. We don't know how high these people are. It's going to leave gaps and protections that we have had set forth. Those are open spaces. And who's to say anybody else may leave and protest? They're going to fill them with people who are unqualified, who don't have any kind of training in that area. That's what they're going to do. They're going to fill them with unqualified people. You see, they got rid of a 4-star general and put Petey in the damn space. They put Petey over a 4-star black general. They gave Pete, a Fox News host, the job of a 4-star general. And you think they're going to replace these trans people in their positions with a person who actually knows what the fuck they're doing? I digress. Okay. That's what I thought. Y'all think they actually going to put qualified people? No, they're going to put somebody in there that don't know what the fuck going on. And God forbid they have access to anything that's highly insensitive. Highly insensitive. Now here's some stuff. Y'all can laugh at this because I laughed when I read it. The U.S. government has ordered the Swedish city of Stockholm to end its DEI programs within 10 days. The city authorities say the demand is bizarre and they will not be complying. Stockholm ain't even our shit. What? I had to read that twice. U.S. urges Stockholm to cease diversity initiatives. The USA ambassador demands that Stockholm City Planning Office does not work for, among other things, than DEI report. What do we have to do with that? What do we as the U.S. have to do with anything they doing in their own goddamn country? I'll wait. Like, we ain't got shit wrong here. Like, we ain't got problems in our own country. Like, we don't have problems here. What do we have to do with Sweden? I really want to know, and I'm asking for a friend. What do we have to do with that? It makes no sense, but that's what he's asking to do. That's what he's requesting. I don't know why he's requesting that, but hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever tickles your fancy. Here's some great news for people in Alabama. Y'all remember when Alabama's Republican Congress decided that they were going to redistrict Alabama's black areas so that Republicans could take over those areas? Well, the court has decided that that is discrimination against black voters and a violation of the Voting Rights Act. They got to put them hoes back in line. They got to put it back. They got to reverse. Turn that hoe around. Give us our shit back. So when midterms come and one of y'all people are up, we can get them the hell out. We can get them the hell out. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. Because, baby, I'm tired. I'm tired of them getting away with redistricting and redlining. I'm so sick of it. So I'm happy to see that something is changing. I am happy to see that. Am I in the right? Nope. Who is a traitor? I'm a traitor? Traitor to who? Who am I a traitor to? Who am I a traitor to? I would love to know that answer, baby. I definitely would. I would love that. Bill Gates. Everybody clap it up for Bill Gates. Just give him a round of applause. This man is planning to distribute virtually all of his wealth. That is $200 billion. $200 billion before he closes his foundation. According to the CNBC, Gates, the fifth richest person in the world, announced that he's not the world, but in America, announced the move to the blog on Thursday, citing the changes within the world and motivation. He said, people will say a lot of things about me when I'm gone, but I am determined that he died rich will not be one of them. There are too many urgent problems to solve for me to hold on to resources that could be used to help people. It is noted that the $200 billion commitment pledged by Gates is an assumption that his charitable foundation endowment will grow through investments. And he's basically doing it. He's basically doing it. He said, my net worth will drop over the next 20 years. He plans on giving that money to help the world. And you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I hope to see it go to places that really need it, like Sudan, like the Congo, like Haiti, Gaza. I hope to see it go to places that need it. I really do. I hope that he goes to the places that are in dire need of help. Because honestly, we need it, but we don't need it that bad. HBCUs would be nice. We'll see if he does that. We will see. Yes, we already talked about the Pope. We already went through the Pope. I'm running it down. Germany is now doing what the U.S. is doing. Germany is falling behind the U.S. I think my phone is about to be overheating. Damn it. I hate this. Hold on. Let me put it in front of here. Y'all can still hear me, but I'm trying to get y'all cooled down. Y'all can still hear me, but I'm trying to get y'all cooled down. So, Germany is now, you know, I don't know if y'all can hear me. My bad. My phone overheating, y'all. I'm trying not to let it go down completely. So just bear with me. Let me just put y'all in front of a fan. Give me a second. I apologize. Give me a second, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all, but it's getting hot in here, okay? Give me a second. Germany is under a new conservative government. Okay? They're under a new conservative government. And now they are cracking down on asylum seekers from Syria.